Hey, what's going on, people? Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Big Mooney, and today we're going to be summing up the Battlefield 1 campaign. Minor spoiler warning, there's a couple of little things more about what you're going to be doing rather than what happens in the story. But let's get into this shit now, shall we?
Tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be.
800 DPI.
Now, the last couple of Battlefield games, I didn't even touch the campaign at all, but from what I heard, they were pretty pish, so I wasn't really missing out on much.
A pile of cokes is otherwise.
Fuck you!
It's not a gun! Get down, cover!
But this time around, I was genuinely interested and looking forward to seeing what DICE were going to do with these war stories of World War I, considering there's potential for so many interesting stories from around the world to base the campaign on. It makes for a nice change of pace instead of shooting Ivan and Vladimir in the face for the 4 billionth time with your just standard assault rifle to the sound of... So, this time round, you have 5 stories to play through. Well, 6 if you include the amazing clusterfuck intro the game throws you into without even warning you the first time you put the game on. The first proper story is called Through Mud and Blood, and it's the best, no question, because it's got this magnificent Scottish bastard in it.
Which you'll do first, you reckon? I'm sick of your lip, McManus.
That's right, shut it, you fucking dick.
Now, you play as a tank crew who, after an initial assault by the British forces, end up getting left out in the middle of nowhere and just battling through half of Germany on their own. Because, of course, this is an FPS campaign and protagonists are basically the equivalent of a small army. You start off in the tank, kill everything you see, tank gets fucked, so you get out and kill everything else that you see. Then you find a tank part that got fucked, so you fix it, get back in and get right back to killing everything else that you see. It's some good shit, man. And also, there's this one bit where you fly a pigeon. Alrighty then. Next up, you've got Friends in High Places. You play some American guy that I just guess is fucking lost. He steals this English walloper's plane and flies a wee bit till some Germans turn up, then you shoot them all to absolute fuck. It's quite fun, but the planes handle a wee bit closer to a fridge on rails in the sky than what they actually feel like when you're playing multiplayer. But there is this entire section where you fight Germans on a Zeppelin, on fire, over London. It's quality. Bullshit, but absolute quality. Our next war story is Avanti Savoia, where we start off with this sweet old man telling a story to his teenage daughter about that day where he murdered 100 Austrians while dressed as a fucking superhero. This whole section is just not fair. The Austro-Hungarians don't stand a fucking chance. Next up here we've got The Runner. You play as Frederick Bishop.
Frederick Bishop?
Oh, God.
Hey, are you Frederick Bishop?
World famous Australian man.
Frederick Bishop, the pride of Australia.
This time round it takes place on the shores of Gallipoli in the failed invasion of Turkey by the British Empire and all their colonial troops that they could muster, many of them being Australians and Kiwis.
I was beginning to think I already lost my Australians.
I'm Australian, no cattle, ya prick. And shock horror, shit doesn't go well. Everyone gets the fuck out of there, and in an attempt to buy time, Freddy here decides it's time to have a crack at trying to take Constantinople on his own. fun. Although there was this one weird bit. One of the stealth sections sneaking up the hill, it gives you the option of trying to bypass everyone just through stealth. And I got as far as I could, shit went south, and I just booked it the fuck out there. And then when I just got to where I was going, I just told the guys it's cool, just go back, it's fine, you can probably walk right through them, it's fine. And they just got up and left. Like, okay, cool. Finally, we've got Nothing Is Written, set in Arabia with a small band of Bedouin warriors taking on the might of the Ottoman super train. The train is God, it rules these deserts.
Soon there will be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Soon all that you know and all that you love will be ashes. You will all be free
Is that right?
to die.
Throat punch. Oh. If you've seen the film Lawrence of Arabia from the 60s, it's basically that with less rape, but more super trains. And just a little note for this particular war story. It all takes place just on Sinai Desert's multiplayer map. Like, no variations, no changes, no nothing. It's just the map 3 times in a row. I'd kind of like to have seen some other parts of, I don't know, the desert or something. I guess it's just the desert and it kind of all looks the fucking same. But you know, just something. A little bit more than just the multiplayer map over and over again. But in one mission I got a sort of Metal Gear Solid vibe from it. Almost like MGS5 just sneaking into little bases, wiping out the commander in the most overkill fashion possible. In fact, throughout this entire campaign there's about 5 or 6 entire sections that are all just pure stealth. Or you can just blast bucket out of everyone if you want. It's totally up to you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now, I really like the idea that they've went for, instead of playing as one super soldier who massacres 10,000 soldiers on their own over the span of an 8-hour campaign, you play as 5 separate people going through their own individual experiences and stories during the war. It just makes sense instead of one guy being able to do everything. You play as specialised people good at certain jobs. It just makes it that little bit more believable and a bit more fun. The only complaint that I have with the way that they've structured this campaign is that it's so short. I wanted more of it. A couple of these stories didn't even last 45 minutes. And I mean, that would even be fine if there was just some more to choose from rather than just these 5. Now, personally, I think they're going to make more of these as the DLCs roll out for Battlefield 1. I mean, they're already going to be introducing these new countries in the upcoming DLCs, so I wouldn't be surprised if they used the same new maps coming out with these DLCs for both single-player war stories and some multiplayer. Because I mean, that's what they've done so far with the maps in these little stories are pretty much exactly the same from single player and multiplayer. If that is the case, I think we can expect possibly new campaign stories from the perspective of Russians, French, maybe even something in the Balkans with Serbia, or maybe even the Germans, because I mean, the Germans weren't bad guys in World War I. It's not like you'd be playing as the Nazis or anything. All I'm saying is, it's just kind of not fair that everyone else gets their little war story and they always get made out to be the bad guys. It's just, all I'm saying is the Germans and other guys just don't really get a say in anything. It's kind of the point in these things is it's showing that everyone is a real human being that's fighting in these wars. Yet all the Germans, Ottomans and Austrians just get basically turned into piles of corpses. Especially by Italy's new national hero over here. Because we need to remember, every soldier down there is just a normal person, but the people that made the war happen, those guys are the ones that are absolute cunts. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's something a little bit different. If you guys want to see more of this kind of video, please leave your support on it by hitting the like button down below and leaving a comment letting me know what you thought. I could do something similar with other campaigns in different games if you want to see more of that. But until next time, I've been Big Mooney and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.